Hello, everyone. For the Unit 2 deliverable, you will explore two online resource banks. The first one is Michigan's Alt plus Shift Lending Library, and is the other one is the database maintained by Abel Data, um, which is right there. And this is a great database. It is the products are categorized by the type of disability the student may have. Um, so that's another great. Both of these websites, they list assistive technologies that can be explored. The lending library, you can actually borrow the technology. It is available to any PK through 12 educator in the state of Michigan. You can, I believe, borrow it for up to 8 weeks, which gives you enough time to test it out before you decide to buy it for the students. So what you'll be doing, you'll be exploring these two online resource banks to select an assistive technology and then analyze it for student use using the assistive technology checklist adapted from an AT framework called the Sett Framework. Now you can access the assistive technology checklist right there. It'll make a copy for you when you click on it. So you'll be using this, and this is what you'll, for the unit 2 deliverable, basically you'll complete this checklist and submit it. So that's what you'll be doing. Um, if you want more information on the Sett framework, you can watch a video of
Hello everyone.
from me
This presentation
introducing
will
the
focus on
Sett
the Sett
framework.
framework
So
and will
that's another
showcase
resource that's available to you to complete this assignment. Um, so what you'll be doing is you will ideally you will do this using the Sett framework. You will do this as part of a team in your role as a special ed resource specialist. Keeping this in mind, you have the option of working on this assignment as a group, but of no more than 3 students, please. If you do decide to do this as a team, then submit just one copy of the completed checklist with names of all the student members on it. The other thing that I'd like you to take into consideration, you will have to contextualize the application of the AT. It can be hypothetical, or you can think of an actual student or a lesson or a scenario in which you'll be using the AT that you've selected to analyze. You can do this by thinking about your situation where you're doing your teaching assistantship right now. It could be a student that you see struggling, or it could be a challenge that your CT is facing that needs to be resolved, and you will do that with the use of an AT. Alternatively, thinking hypothetically, you can also use a lesson that you would like to teach and then integrate the AT in that lesson for students with specific special needs. If you do this, then what you can do is you can borrow a lesson from the many lesson banks that are freely available online and then use that lesson and integrate the AT into that lesson. The other thing that I'd like to bring to your attention is the grading criteria for this assignment. Uh, it is included in the directions handout for the Unit 2 deliverable. And what I've done is I've matched the rubric to the separate sections of the assistive technology checklist. So please go over the rubric, make sure that you understand the expectations. One thing to keep in mind is I'm not looking for a yes recommendation. It could be a yes or a no, but what I'm looking is that the analysis has great insight and it uses direct and implied detail and information from legal as well as professional resources to support the analysis and recommendations. So you need to also look at some professional websites from professional organizations that are dedicated to the field of special education. Here's one, uh, a website from the National Association of Special Education Teachers, and it has a great resource on legal information in special ed. So you need to be referencing that. You need to also understand the details of what's required for a student in an IEP. So those are some of the things that I would like to see in your recommendation and in your analysis for this assignment. Good luck, and I'm really looking forward to going over your submissions.